right, you guys, welcome in. How are you? Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. Let's see what's going on for you. Next Tuesday, we will kick off the spiritual business class, Project Lighthouse. If you're looking to create some independence for yourself, that's the place to be. I am going to teach you everything I know about building my spiritual business. So jump on if you can. There's a link below. Going to add a bunch of interesting content about being on camera and a few other things that I've been wanting to do for a while. So, hey, if you've been waiting to do it, now you can. All right. Your words create worlds. A lot of what I do is about words, so that makes sense to me. It's a 44 card. There's a lot here about what story are you telling yourself? What story are you okay with? What are you being okay with right now? Meaning other people telling you who you are. Are you being okay with that? 44 is a really great number because 44 is a master number. It is something about creating new structures for yourself and creating a new framework. And I feel like a story we tell ourselves about who we are is our most basic framework. So if you have been living a life based on someone else's version of who you are, their framework of who you are, parents or spouses or whatever, it's like time to create a new one. You are at the divine Y point. Wow. This is the moment in time, and that's a 33 card. Do you notice that? This is the time when you can move away from who you used to be, especially if it was other people's creation of you, and into who you truly are authentically. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. Wow. How this can be a wonderful win-win-win. So that feels really good to me. That feels like there's a learning curve that you are embracing and other people will embrace too. Okay. And it all starts with the story you're telling yourself about who you are. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. I kind of love that because that makes me feel like there's something coming back around again to you that you may have missed or not really fully embraced in the past. There's parts of you that you are not sharing with the world, especially if it's your inner light. Some of you have really hiding your light under a bushel. Wow. Okay. It's a win-win because it's other people are going to win from this too, from you shining your light, not just about you. And that's important because that's why I called what I'm doing right now the Project Lighthouse, because this is about you sharing your skill set, your tools, your divine nature. Okay. So underneath, wow, 2 of Cups, the Tower. There's a lot of relationships right now that are kind of on the beam, like making a decision about we're either going to go this way or we're going to go that way. And it's either way is like a big departure from where we have been. We're either going to go toward this happy, joyful place or we're going to end this, but we're not going to stay in what we have been doing. The Magician, the Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. So this is about healing words around passion. Some of you, a relationship that never got off the dime here may resurface because both of you have chosen to go in a direction that's kind of parallel. Okay. So they've chosen happiness for themselves. You've chosen happiness, and this can work now. It wasn't going to work before. Wow. It wasn't going to work before. Somebody needs to hear that. This would not have, even though there was like this nice energy of 2 of Cups, one of you had to become better at communicating, better at manifesting, healing old blocks to manifesting. One of you had to become better at knowing your passion. That's going to make the relationship very different than what it could have been. And what it could have been would have been just kind of average. Not that great. Maybe neither one of you would think it's that great. Look at this. Chariot, Death. Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo so far here. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Six of Wands and the Death card going in the same direction. The Chariot is about pulling two together, right? Pulling the two zebras or the two horses together. Transition, two cards of victory here. Judgment, that's that divine Y point. Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. We just had a new moon in Sagittarius. What did you manifest? Because I feel like it's coming. Especially those of you who manifested some kind of happiness in relationship. Some of you right away, that relationship ended, and you're like, wait a second, I was manifesting happiness. Maybe because that wasn't happiness. Not really. If something was that close to ending, it was not the thing you're manifesting. And I feel like a lot of you were trying to make something work that really just needed to go. Tower really needed to go. The Five of Cups, yep. The Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. So this is, holy cow. This is like the full moon in Gemini coming up. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. We have Mercury right now in retrograde in Sagittarius. That's like a backwards truth. Like a backwards truth that actually makes things better. Telling the truth made something end. And then it ushers in your happiness. It ushers in something better. Ace of Pentacles, something way better. Ace of Pentacles and the Strength card. This is about investing time and effort into what's next, even though we can't really see it, right? Can't really see it through that door. We're going to become more powerful. And the moon, it's connected to our feelings. This is not just any old relationship. This is a destined moment. Okay? You're at the divine Y point. Talk to me more about that. Some of you have had to tell some kind of truth and then a thing ended and that made you feel like, uh-oh, is that supposed to happen? Yes, it certainly was. Six of Cups, coming back from the past. Something that didn't work out. Three of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Something that you pushed off of, something you didn't like because there was third-party energy attached to it. I didn't like this. I don't want it. And it's interesting that this is win-win-win. Like all people are going to win in this new cycle. This is wow. Okay, so this week we have Mars going back into or going retrograde. December 6th, Mars goes retrograde in Leo. And at a month, in January 6th, it's going to go back into Cancer. And I feel like that's the timing here is sometimes this can be by the end of the year or on the new year. And what is going to be happening on the new year? So the full moon, let's look ahead. Okay, we have a full moon. We have a full moon in Gemini, right? Happening the 15th of this month. And that full moon in Gemini, I'll get the degree because I don't have my little book here. This is next year's, but that's the same day that Mercury goes direct in Sagittarius. We have Mercury itself in Sagittarius. Mercury rules Gemini, which is the opposite sign. We have Jupiter in Gemini, which rules Sagittarius, which is the opposite sign. There's something about, it's almost like, you know, that movie, like Trading Places. I don't mean the Dan Aykroyd one when we're talking about Eddie Murphy and all of that, although there is a similarity to what I'm going to say. It's almost like you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place for the happiness that you want to create. You're in the wrong place. You're in the opposite place of where you should be. Okay? You're in the opposite place. So you're like, I thought this was supposed to be happy, but you're like, this isn't really happy. This isn't really what I want. Okay? So let's see, the full moon in January, 13 January is Cancer, 23 degrees of Cancer. So it must be like roughly 23, 24 degrees of Gemini, this full moon coming up. Okay. So that if you have any planets in Gemini coming up, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, Mercury going direct right around this full moon in December. There's something that is going to be really honest that comes out that puts you in the right place. You're completely in the wrong place right now, maybe even a physical place. If you're traveling around that time, you might be like, wow, this is the right place for me. I'm in totally the wrong place right now. Okay? And we have a new moon in Capricorn at the end of the month, 9 degrees of Capricorn on December 30th. As we get into January on the 13th of January, a Cancer full moon. So there's something, the Cancer full moon is about opening yourself to receiving, nurturing, and your heart's desires. So there's something happening in this month of time. I know we are just at the very beginning of December, and I'm already talking about the full moon and the full moon in December and into January. The beginning of this month is very unexpected, Tower. Something unexpected in terms of communication or awareness or aha. Something unexpected completely like flips the script, and some kind of unexpected truth is told. It's very, very honest. It's very authentic. And you almost like, it completely changes the game. Okay. And then as we get into, so watch around March, listen to me, December 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. All right. So over this weekend, I feel like there'd be some kind of unexpected, and you might have already had this happen, but for a lot of you, there's some unexpected truth that's going to come through to you that says to you, I need to be there, or I need to be in like, I'm in this place. I'm trying to make this work. I'm telling myself a certain story about who I am and what I am becoming and all of that. But this truth kind of shakes that up. Okay. This truth kind of shakes that up. This the Tower. Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah. Queen of Swords. Very clearly, there's Gemini energy. Lovers. Two of Wands. And the World. The truth brings a new set of choices. The truth brings a new set of choices. So let's keep going. I'm going to look at what you don't see coming. I'm going to look at the next 30 days. I'm really going to focus on this full moon to full moon because we have the moon here. Okay. And let's see where this will take us. All right, my darling. Link is below. If this is your reading, Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.